Our lesson today is writing the statement of the problem or SOP. First, we have to do a brainstorming activity. Sumulat muna tayo ng 20 questions relevant to the topic approved by the teacher. Itong mga tanong na to should not include the sub-questions in the demographic profile. Only questions related to our title are posed, and refrain from logging into the internet while brainstorming questions so that you can concentrate. At para masabi talaga natin na sa atin galing yung mga questions na yan. Kasi magkakaroon lang lalo ng confusion kapag naka-login tayo sa internet. Ano ba yung SOP? Kailangan ng SOP is a clear, concise, and specific statement that describes the issue or problem that the research project addresses. It should be written in a way that is easily understandable. So, ibig sabihin nun, bukod sa clear, understandable din. Kailangan isang basa ng respondents natin or ng ating reader ay mababaw lang yung mga words na gagamitin natin at madaling maintindihan. Meron tayong dalawang parts ng SOP. Una, introductory paragraph. Meron din siyang dalawang contents. Ano-ano yung laman ng introductory paragraph natin? It should start with the purpose of the study and your title. At yung pangalawang part naman ng SOP is the research questions, pero you don't have to go directly to the research question. You need an introductory sentence. Okay, let's go. Tingnan na natin yung mga sample ng introductory paragraph of the SOP. Ito yung unang example natin. The title of the research was enclosed with quotation marks, and therefore all important words start with capital letter. And you may notice sa kulay blue, yon yung purpose ng ating study. This study was conducted to explore. And then goes the title of the research. Another example of introductory paragraph of the SOP, kasi meron tayong dalawang choices. The title of the research was included in the sentence and without quotation marks, but proper noun should be capitalized. So dito, the title is The Impact of Parental Support to the Studies of Home Economics Students. You may notice that all other important words are not capitalized except for home economics, which are proper nouns. And then the purpose of the study, nandun pa rin sa unahan. This study was conducted to explore. Ayan. Pwede namang maiba yan, to determine, to examine, to find out, o ganun yun. Pwede maiba yun. Depende sa title natin, dapat angkop yung purpose na ilalagay natin dun sa ating title. Kasi minsan nagiging wrong yung grammar natin kung ang ilalagay natin ay kahit anong word lang. Okay? Now, a sample of intro sentence which you can copy. So, lahat tayo pwedeng ito yung intro sentence natin bago magbigay ng mga questions. More specifically, this study sought to answer the following questions. And then, punta na tayo sa research questions. Yung introductory sentence natin, yun yung kanina. Dito, ito yon. So, yung susunod na ay yung mga research questions. Ano yung dapat nating tandaan pagka nagbibigay ng mga research questions? Sabi dito, dapat mag-compose ng 4 to 5 questions related to the title. And then, arrange the questions from simple to complex. And we should not pose questions that are answerable by yes or no. And another thing is, we have to pose higher order question. Hindi pwede dito yung who, where, when. O, ganun. Dapat how, why, or what may. Ayan. So, hindi pwede yung mga question na madali lang sagutin o simpleng isang sagot lang tapos na kagad tayo. Ibig sabihin, wala na tayong mas makukuha pang impormasyon bukod dun sa pagsagot natin ng yes or no. O kaya pag nasagot na natin kung saan, kailan, ano, tapos na, wala na tayong pwedeng maitanong pa dun. So here are the questions in the research question, the statement of the problem. Sa first question, lahat tayo ay itatanong natin ito. So lahat tayo meron ng first question. So the profile of the respondent should be connected to the title. Kung hindi kailangan ng age, hindi na kailangang itanong yon. So our first question is what is the profile of the respondents in terms of, ayun, makikita natin, they should be written in small letters and ending in question marks. Kung ilan yung mga sub-questions natin sa demographic profile, yun na kagad yung bilang ng tables na meron tayo. Okay? Next. From second question until dun sa pang-limang question, the questions should be arranged from simple to complex at katulad ng sinabi kanina, dapat ay related dun sa ating title o topic at kailangan parang hinihimay-himay natin yung pagtatanong doon sa ating statement of the problem, questions 2, 3, 4, at kung merong 5. So, dito meron tayong 4. Pwede rin naman na yung isang question mo ay meron uling sub-question. Meron siyang breakdown, katulad ng ating demographic profile. So, ibig sabihin nun, automatic na kagad, meron ka na kagad 3 tanong pagdating sa questionnaire. So, in this case, yung number 4 natin, meron siyang sub-questions na 3, and then we have number 5. The highlight of the question should be about the title and ask at the last question. So, dito, what can technology do to help improve teaching and learning computer programming of the respondents? So, yun na yung pinaka-highlight ng ating tanong para dito sa research topic na kinuhanan natin ito. For any questions, pwedeng mag-PM